Hey special family, welcome back to another autism video, Reddit edition. Today's title is My Girlfriend Has Autism and I Want to Leave Her For It. My 21-year-old male has a girlfriend, he means me, who's 20 female with autism. I met her online during the pandemic when chatting was the only way we could get to know each other. After a year of talking, we made it official and started dating. Call me hasty for dating so soon or laugh at me for online dating, whatever. We only really met in 2021. She didn't live in an area close to mine, and we had to attend to academic matters, so we didn't meet often but did as much as we could. I decided to move in with her. We live in a small apartment and shared a bedroom. Sleeping on the same bed, a decision we both agreed on. But after a while, she started acting differently from how she usually did. When I talked to her about it, she said it was probably due to her autism. And there's nothing wrong with that. The issue is she has never told me about her being autistic. I guess it's not that big of a deal. But you'd think not once during our 4-year relationship she ever thought of telling me. Every time I tried to sleep in our bed, she kept telling me to sleep on the couch since me brushing up against her in the middle of the night was annoying. We don't have a spare bedroom, and our bedroom is fairly small, but I agreed since I don't know much about autism nor sensory issues and I didn't want to upset her. I played a guitar and enjoyed doing so, but she said it was too loud and distracted her and forced me to stop even when I provided solutions such as earplug or going to the forest room away from where she was. I can never rant or talk about my feelings with her. She either is dense or lost when my childhood dog was going through seizures and probably needed to be put down. All she said was, oh, and started talking about herself. It's like talking to a brick wall with her because she either doesn't care or is only interested when it benefits and revolves around her. I'm Korean and I enjoy eating Korean cuisines even after I moved to America, but my girlfriend hates the smell of it when I cook and hates even more so the taste of it. So we frequently only eat fast food and whatever she pleases. She has a lot of interest, but whenever she wants something, she always expects me to pay for it. I have a good paying job and can well afford her likes, but anime figurines and vinyls are crazy expensive. I'd much rather save my money. I don't think I'm asking for much. I don't expect her to be a therapist or for her to put up with my guitar playing 24/7. I'm not asking her to not want gifts or to eat the food I eat. It's easy to fake your personality online, so that's probably why I didn't expect her to be so different. I have tried talking to her about this, but it's always her simple response of sorry or I'll try harder, and she never does. Please give me advice or opinion. Are all autistic people like this, and am I being dense? Will I be doing the right thing by leaving her? And I love her to death, but this is seriously draining me, and I have no idea what to do. Excuse the grammar. So he also has an edit. I realized the math doesn't add up, chatting 2019 to be specific. We were only chatting sometimes, but when the pandemic struck late 2019 is when we started talking on a daily basis. Dated 2020, met 2021, moved in early 2022. It was a mistake on my part. 4-year relationship. We'll edit to change that. A lot of people are saying compatible issues, probably because I talk more about her cons. A lot are saying selfishness as well, but I appreciate all of the insight and I will definitely think if I should leave. Okay, that was a mouthful. Not everybody with autism is like that, and being autistic doesn't give you a pass of being selfish. Because as I'm reading this, all I can think about is she's being selfish. She's not taking your feelings into consideration. She's not even considering, hey, I'm living with someone else. It's not just me by myself. So let me and the person see where we can make adjustments or accommodations, the adjustment to accommodate each other. It's just me, and you have to bend to her. So let's see what the commenters had to say. First commenter says, hi, I'm autistic. The thing is, having autism doesn't grant you a pass to selfishly expect people to solely accommodate your needs. Right. She's perfectly capable of compromising. No two autistic people are ever going to be the same. However, we may share similar struggles, but it's a spectrum. By the sound of it, your girlfriend just may be lacking the self-awareness that she's taken more than anything, or she's straight up knowingly being selfish. Regardless, you aren't wrong for wanting to break things off. Living with autism can be difficult for all parties. Sad Expression responded, I have autism as well, and it really all depends on the spectrum which OP's girlfriend resides. But even then, it sounds like OP's girlfriend is a high functioning autistic person, so she know what she's doing. Okay, the purple goat says, doesn't sound like autism, sounds like selfishness. I agree. Chim Power says, sounds like both to me. Yellow Bin says, no, I think they're just incompatible. That's a valid reason to end the relationship. Okay, Intelligent Love says, it's always great people who use autism and other things as an excuse for their ishy behavior. Her being autistic is no excuse for her selfishness. Ellie says, people also say they're a great person, so their negative comments aren't seen as simple complaining, pointing out bad stuff. If someone only say the bad stuff, some people get pissy and assume they don't like anything about that person, or that the one being complained about is a terrible person. The good old, why are you with them if you hate them so much? OP wanted to discuss frustration without saying something positive about her and not to be detailed about it. I can understand that if you need to vent, you aren't here to list the warm fuzzies, lol. That's a very good point. You gotta say what's bothering you and get it over with. Okay, too tired for this ish said, something is super not adding up. You met your girlfriend online during the pandemic and then were speaking for a year because you made it official. You only met in 2021. Then jumped into moving in together. She casually mentioned autism, which shouldn't be an issue, and you're pissed off that she didn't tell you about her autism in your 5-year relationship. 5 years, despite not meeting until 2021, and it's currently 2023. 5-year relationship? Aside from the horrible math, if you moved in too quickly and you're not compatible, then leave. Somebody else said, yeah, I was confused about how we got to 5 years. But he did explain in the edit that I read to you guys that they were talking online, and then in 2021, it got really serious due to the pandemic. Okay, Amy Refrigerator says, regardless of her autism, are you happy? Do you want to do another 5 more years of sleeping on the couch? You should cut your losses and leave. She's not the girl for you, and it sounds like you're definitely not the boy for her. Solji5 Okita says, how can you have been in a relationship for 5 years if they only started talking during the pandemic? We already discussed that during the edit. This is the real question, says Albert Normandy. All these people saying she's selfish and how autism doesn't excuse selfishness don't understand autism. At the end of the day, all that matters for OP is whether it's or not he thinks she will meaningfully change, and if not, is he willing to deal with it? Autism is a struggle for everyone, autistic people and their caretakers, acquaintances, and friends. Okay, Existing Reaction says, this is not autism, that's selfishness. My wife is autistic and we've had issues with sleeping in the same bed as described, but she never sent me to the couch. We got separate blankets and eventually a bigger mattress. She has never sacrificed my comfort for her own. I'm maturely loud and immediately a little obnoxious sometimes, so I watch my volume on the consciousness of my activities, but I've never been told to stop doing the things I want to do. It sounds like you've got someone who refuses to compromise and insists that you should be the accommodating one, not the other way around. No Support says, stop comparing autistic people with one another. That is incredibly ableist and not acceptable. Some people on the spectrum very much are incapable, intolerant to sensory input. It doesn't necessarily make her selfish for tending to needs that derail her brain. They can be incompatible, and she can also be in touch with her needs at the same time. The partner is allowed to feel frustrated. Let me know what you think.